to announce that Steve is officially a trail bike rider. What do you call it?
Push bike rider.
He's taken up, what do you call it? Trail riding.
Yeah.
Mm, during ISO. So if you're out at the Yangs and you see someone breathing very heavily,
Well, Lena said it's not really exercise. I don't think she understands what I'm out there doing.
I
She thinks
really,
I'm just rolling down hills or on a Sunday ride around the Yangs. It's definitely not that.
Steve is on a weight loss journey, as some of you know, and he said, "Oh, for training today, I'm going to ride my bike." And I stupidly made the comment and said, "Oh, that's not really exercise," and I have copped it since. So
I should have come home and done some curtsy lunges. Pop squats.
listen, it probably would have done your glutes
Yeah.
good to power up that mountain.
Exactly.
That is not why we are here though today, guys. We wanted to jump on and just chat to everybody about how to boost your fitness, particularly when it comes to boxing. So, for a lot of people, they know logically that boxing, of course, is one of the best ways to improve your cardiovascular fitness, to have a great time, and to just move your body for 30 to 45 minutes. But a lot of people are hesitant, right?
Yeah, so when you are learning boxing or want to give boxing a go, you have to almost like don't be afraid to look a bit silly because at the end of the day, it's almost like dancing with no music on in a way. Like we're actually learning how to move our hips, move our hands, have a bit of coordination, and yeah, you just have to not be afraid to look a bit silly because I can make it look really cool, but I was also once that person. I didn't know which way to stand correctly. I didn't know how to move properly. But what I did do was give it 100% effort and do it with 100% conviction. Almost like fake it till you make it. Don't be afraid to extend all the way and punch all the way rather than little T Rex arms and half heartedly do it because you'll never actually learn correctly. So get out of your own way and give it a real crack.
It's a very hard thing, I think, to overcome our ego sometimes. And we've talked a lot about how you just have to do things with the nerves, with the resistance, with the hesitation. But
Sure.
what Steve is saying is absolutely right. You're never going to learn if you're doing everything tentatively. You've just got to break through that and just go for it. And I feel like right now we're doing online sessions, and Steve is teaching boxing tech through a laptop, and all you need to do is log on and play along at home. And to be honest, guys, it baffles me why more people aren't taking the opportunity to learn from our two-time world champion, but to do it in the comfort of their own home. Because I can understand that for a lot of people, trying something new is hard, right? It's very easy for me to say, just do it, you'll be right, do it with your nerves, but that's a hard thing to overcome. So if you can give it a red hot crack with nobody around you, with nobody to see you, why on earth are you not doing that? Yeah?
And look, I've had gosh, I'm getting old now, like 13 years experience teaching boxing. So I actually really enjoy it and I know that I can teach it effectively through the online forum. So it's a great chance to learn.
We don't doubt that at all. Like
Yeah,
you're killing
that's
it
why some
online,
people
but
might be scared for the fact that I want to give it a go, but if I do it, I won't have any idea of what he's talking about.
yeah, right. And the thing is, like, even if you don't know what he's talking about, there's nobody there to see you
No,
stuff it up.
exactly.
So I feel like now is the time, guys. Invest the next few weeks in just giving it a go, playing in front of your mirror, because it's really important to do that. It truly is. You're going to learn so much by just observing yourself, yeah, and listening to what Steve is saying and just giving it a go. So that when it is time for our gym to reopen, you come back in with half a clue. You'll still have the nerves and the resistance and everything, but you're not starting from that ground zero again. So if you are feeling nervous, guys, now is the time to do something about it. Now is the time to join us and invest your time and energy in learning, and just give it a go. I still feel stupid doing it half the time. I've been doing boxing classes for for 10 years, and I still stuff up all the time, and it's just part and parcel of the fact that I'm not a professional. I'm just doing it for fitness, and I'm okay with the fact that my form isn't 100% accurate. Who cares at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Who cares? It's just allowing yourself to do something because it's fun, it's a good use of your time, it gets you off the couch. I think the more we can give ourselves permission to do things without being an expert and without trying to feel like we're dominating it, the more we can just start to just enjoy things, right?
Yeah, look, like I say, I've got middle-aged women that had no idea how to box who are now just killing it in their classes online and in the gym,
Yeah.
and they got out of their own way. They didn't let any ego come into play and just gave it a crack, and now they're awesome.
They're awesome. And when we say they're awesome, we just mean they just get through the session doing what they can.
100%. They're not like
They're not
sparring,
punching on.
punching each other.
You never know. But
Yeah.
that's what we mean when we say people are killing it. We just mean they're getting through the session, feeling proud of themselves. They've got a sweat. They're smiling. Tick. Job done.
Sure.
Yeah, I know like Steve is, we were laughing, but he's doing trail bike riding, or however, is that what you say?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
What do you
try
call
my
that?
brain.
He's no expert, right? Sorry, I don't think you are. He's just started this week, so I know he's amazing.
I know how to ride a bike though. I
But-
took the training wheels off.
But my point is, he comes home with this big childish grin because it's that feeling of, learning a new skill and doing something new and being
Yeah.
in a new environment that is just so fun. And I think
Yeah.
as adults, we have to push to give ourselves the opportunity to feel like that again.
I
Yeah?
get these like it's like doing something for the first time, like wearing glasses for the first time.
Are you right? Oh, how many more days is he working from home, everyone? God. Anyway, I hope this has reached somebody today, and I hope you are sitting there and you're thinking, you know what? Yeah, I do want to try that new session. Maybe it's boxing with Steve. Maybe it's strength and conditioning. Maybe it's a million curtsy lunges with me in a body weight session.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Whatever
Kills
it is in your life, guys, look for opportunities to just try something new,
Yeah.
be a beginner, and just allow yourself to have fun with it.
And this is a great time to do it because
Right.
there's a screen about that big in the corner.
Yeah.
No one's watching you.
The other thing we should mention quickly before we jump off is that you can always choose to have your camera off. So you can attend an online class as a participant.
I don't want that. I want to be able to help teach.
1,000,000%, but I feel like if that's what's holding people back,
Okay, yeah.
maybe their
okay,
entry
okay.
point can be come into the session, have your camera off so that you have confidence that literally no
To
one...
see what it's all about. I get it.
That's right. You know that no one is watching you. We've had lots of new people jump on with us in the last few weeks, and it's just been so lovely to see people get to experience the energy that we all generate together and just people having fun from home. And we see all sorts of things, pets, children, partners, we get to see what goes on in everybody's lounge rooms, guys. And let me tell you, everyone's life looks pretty similar. We're all very distracted half the time, but we're there and we're just holding space for movement.
We just try and hide it with a feature wall.
Yeah. Quickly close the cupboards before the session
Yeah.
starts. But yeah, we're just holding space for that movement, maintaining those healthy habits, affirming our commitment to exercise, So if nothing else, guys, you just need to maintain the habit of investing your time and energy into movement.
How like people say, I want to train Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Get moving every day. Do something every day or something for yourself every day, and you'll realize how amazing it is. Whether it be trail bike riding, go for a walk. Cool, this day I'm going to smash out the best strength and conditioning session. The next day I'm just going to go for a walk again, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
moving every day, you have so much time.
I was talking about it. I don't know if it was on a live. I think it was in the last podcast that we released, maybe, about your bare ass minimum. So where people go wrong usually is they go from doing nothing to making these big commitments to I'm going to do an hour every day. And what I suggest to people is you think, what is the bare ass minimum I can actually commit to? And I told the story about how after I had Tyson, I had about 20 something kilos to lose. I had a difficult pregnancy. I hadn't trained in months. And the commitment I made, random number, was I had to move for 7 minutes. I had to put my gear on and I had to I had hired a spin bike because that was the safest form of exercise for me to do after a C-section. And I had to keep myself on that spin bike for 7 minutes a day. And I swear there was probably about 2 weeks that is all I did. I held space for myself for 7 minutes, but it was something rather than nothing. And a few weeks into it, I had built the momentum and the confidence and probably had enough sleep on one day that I was able to extend that time. And slowly but surely, I added on and added on and added on. I never ever got back to what I was doing pre-child. We all know that. But, now I'm completing entire sessions, but I didn't go from 0 to 100. And so if you are someone who is doing nothing and you haven't been doing anything for months, it is unlikely you are going to be able to go from 0 to 100 consistently. And it doesn't matter what you do on one day, it matters what you do consistently. So my advice that you haven't asked for, but I'm
yeah,
giving.
I know. Try boxing. Jesus.
My advice is, guys, if you're sitting here and you're listening and you think this all sounds great, but I just can't see myself actually following through, it's because the expectation you're putting on yourself is too great right now. So just start with something so small, even if it is deciding which live class you're going to jump into and saying, I'm coming into it for 10 minutes. And that's it. And then I can decide from there on if I'm going to continue. And that's perfectly okay as well, guys. But just start. And start with what you know you can manage consistently and build from there. Yeah?
Try boxing.
We love boxing, obviously. We're very biased when it comes to boxing. Why do you think it's the best? You say it.
It's the ultimate core work. Ultimate in focusing and forgetting all the bullshit that happened throughout your day or in over the weekend. So it allows you to focus on one thing and just a great sweat and letting out that aggression. It's not about being angry, it's letting out that amount of energy to just force it out of your body. And it's like when I go trail riding, you have that like endorphins in your body, and I did that. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, it doesn't have to, like Lena said, sorry, it doesn't have to go for the whole session or a whole hour or whatever it is just doing what you can and being excited by that.
I really love it because I think I've said this before as well. It's not competitive. So in a lot of other forms of exercise you can compare how you are going to the person next to you. When you're lifting weights, they're lifting much heavier or whatever it is. In boxing, there's actually no real way to keep up with who's doing what. So there's not that sense of competition.
Yeah, okay.
You generate energy together and you feel that energy, but it's never a competitive environment when you're boxing on the bag or even on pads with a partner. And that's what I really loved about it. There wasn't any sort of sense of anxiety about, am I going to be able to keep up? Because everyone can come into the session, just do their own thing, and it doesn't impact anybody else around them. So that's why I initially fell in love with it, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty, guys. Did you have anything else to say?
No.
Nope, that is us for today. We really look forward to seeing you in a live session tonight at 5:30. If you haven't yet joined Strength and Conditioning, you need either a dumbbell or a kettlebell or whatever you've got. Grab your dog, whatever. You just need something that you're going to lift. You're just going to need something that you can lift in the session. If you are not with us in our online hub already, reach out, send us a direct message. We'll start a conversation about what it all is, why it's so great, and whether we can best support you. All right. Cool. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.